Okay, first problem from the daily work was very simple, just one of those solving for x problems. Make sure that you separate your left side from your right side first when you're trying to solve, okay? So when you're trying to simplify this, you're actually doing the math, right? Here you're going to multiply it times the 5. Then that's doing the math. So that actually follows PEMDAS. Okay, you do all the parentheses and the exponents. If I look inside the parentheses here, this is a constant term. This is an x term. They're different terms. I cannot do anything. If I look for any exponents, there's no exponents anywhere. And if I multiply and divide, well, I'm multiplying right here with the 5 because that's when the 5 is right next to the parentheses, then you can distribute. And that's a distributive property. So right here, 5 times 7 becomes 35. 5 times 7x becomes 35x because there's one x between them. And nothing really happens to the minus 8. You just bring it down. Okay? I continue until I cannot do any more simplifying. I don't even mess with the right side until everything here is simplified. I can see that this is a constant term. The second one is an x term. The third one is an x term. These two terms are the same families. So I have 35, I owe 8. Then when I put them together, and in this case they're opposite signs, so you subtract them. Then eventually you're going to end up with 27. Like if I have $35 and I owe $8 somewhere, I pay what I owe, and I end up having $27 in my pocket. So that's 27x. I bring the 35 down, this one here, and I cannot put those two together, so I'm done simplifying the left side. Now I'm going to do the right side completely by itself, like if it was just one problem by itself, and I can see here that I need to distribute that 7. So that becomes 35 minus 7 times 7 would be what? 49, and there's an x between them. Okay? And then of course you bring this 5 down because it's not really doing anything. And I continue simplifying. I look at these two. This is a constant term, an x term, and another x term. So these two are the same family. I owe 49 and I owe 5, therefore, same sign, you actually add them up. And you end up owing more. You end up owing 54 now. The 35, of course, bring it down. And you're going to check to see if I can put those two together, which I can't. Therefore, now I'm ready to move things around, to transfer things around. And if you notice, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my letters on the left side, I'm going to put my numbers on the right side. So this constant here, I'm going to move it to the right side. Okay, that's out of there, right? Well, it just happens that 35 minus 35 is 0. Okay, I bring this 27x down. Bring this 54 down. X. Now I'm going to bring the x's to the other side. Well, I'm going to add this x because the inverse of minus is plus. I'm going to add it over here. And that gives me 81x. And over here it cancels and leaving me just 0. Okay, almost done. I ended up with 81x equals 0. And to leave the x by itself, I'm going to have to divide by 81. Okay, that way you can leave the x by itself, and that should be equal to, what's 0 divided by 81? Well, 0 divided by anything is 0. So that's going to be your final answer.